Hello everyone. Craig Newmark created what would become Craigslist org in San Francisco in 1995. According to their website, Craigslist aimed to be a personal, down-to-earth, and relatively non-commercial environment. The popularity of the format allowed this local community classified service to grow in other cities. The Craigslist received more than 5 billion page views per month.
Yes, I've heard of Craigslist.
I've used it for rentals, and I've used it to look for jobs before.
So yeah, I use it for rentals. I look for jobs, but I haven't seen anything lately. Yeah, I use most of it.
Yes, a lot. Some friends, definitely more than not.
A lot of my friends use it to buy stuff and or just for fun to look at the rents and raves section.
My friends do use Craigslist to use it to buy things, sell things. You know, it's good for the student lifestyle.
I think it's trustworthy enough. I think you have to use your common sense.
A lot of people who will put something up for sale, like I said, they'll say, oh, this computer costs $1,700, I'm selling it for $1,200, and you go look up somewhere else and you find out brand new right now you can only get it for $1,000. So there are people who try to do that. Also, there's a lot of scams on Craigslist. You have to see the information, you have to be able to read around it, because it is a free thing and a lot of people use it for unscrupulous behavior.
But after you've been on it for a while, you kind of are able to sniff out the suckers and stuff like that.
Good point.
I did find my last apartment there.
Yeah, I've got my first apartment off Craigslist, which was really cool because it was much cheaper than anything in the newspaper, which was rad.
Yes, actually, the last house I rented, we found on Craigslist. It was kind of a bad house, it turns out, but there's lots of good houses on there. I know a couple people who have found housing on Craigslist.
Definitely. I put a lot of stuff and I've sold quite a bit through Craigslist and I've made money through Craigslist. It's almost like eBay, but a much simpler way of using the system. eBay, you know, you're looking at fees up front, you're looking at setting up accounts, you're looking at a lot of red tape, compared to Craigslist at least. So yeah, I do use Craigslist. Not only that, it's local. You want to sell something, you don't got to worry about shipping so much, except for the scammers.
Yes. I put up that we had free stuff at our house because there's a free section at Craigslist, and I put down that there's a free television and couch and dresser in the alley behind our house.
No, I haven't.
No.
It's definitely free, and that's one of the draws too. Because sometimes you don't know something's going to sell. You just have something lying around, it's junk. You're going to throw it out, you say, well, why not? What if I can get like 30, 40 bucks for it? It's worth something, right?
Yeah, definitely, because it has a whole bunch of, they're all combined as to a few here, a few there, they're all in one place.
I prefer it just for the fact that it's easier to look at, easier to get through. So I would use it more, but I like to use lots of media.
I prefer Craigslist because it's on the internet and it's easier. I mean, the type's big, you don't have to, you can kind of do a general search on there. You can do searches within the different categories, whereas with the newspaper it's like very small print and it's kind of tedious to look through. Maybe for more specific things like Monster for looking for a job, or Auto Trader, Auto Trader for looking for cars.
I used to use the buy and sell a lot.
I use eBay just to buy and sell things. I find that a little bit easier than Craigslist, a little more trustworthy.
Yeah, for shopping, definitely eBay, and for finding rentals, stuff like Canada.com, which has all the traditional newspaper listings combined into one.
Commodity. commodities, buying and selling. I don't use it for anything else really, just that.
I probably use the buy and sell a fair amount, the job listings, and I used to use the apartment listings, and I like reading the Craigslist R&R, the rent surveys.
The sell-by section, I go in there frequently. Always looking for random things. I mean, the fact that it's free, you can find a lot more interesting variety of stuff, like, you know, a stuffed cobra or something like that.
I think the feedback is good because somebody might have a bad experience and they can put something up about it. But a lot of times too, it can be used in negative ways. For example, I found that I'm selling things. Sometimes somebody will be selling the same product and they don't like the competition. So they'll purposely go and flag my ad a few times so that it gets pulled off the Craigslist community. Voila. So then what do? You retaliate and pull theirs off the community. So it's kind of good and bad. It's a double-edged sword. I think a lot of people are using this feature to get rid of competition mainly. But there must be a few guys who do put out honest feedback.
It's a lot more interesting, and you can see a lot more diversity on it rather than just, you know, walking by and looking at an ad that's on a wall.
It's got a wide base, so you get a lot of postings, which is much better than...
As opposed to 5 messages on a board that you don't have in your house.
Basically, it's taking the old school corkboard system and multiplying it by so many times, which makes it so much more effective to reach your buyer's market or seller's market. That's all for today. Thank you.
After examining the interviews, we have come to the conclusion that the easy accessibility and lack of a commercial aspect to Craigslist have made it the preferred search method of choice amongst many renters and people looking to buy-sell products. This is an example of the current trend of relying heavily on these online forums and virtual community corkboards as opposed to traditional means such as newspapers. As online technology continues to develop, whether the bare bones format of Craigslist continues to be popular remains to be seen.